Hi guys, this is Lisa Knight and I wanted to introduce myself to you. I am your physics instructor this semester. I'm going to briefly go over your assignments that were due on the 12th and talk a little bit about them and some expectations for the next module. All right, so in this first couple of days, you had an enrollment assignment to do, and for Module 1, you had a math review to do, and most of you did that. I added 10 points to everybody's grade to kind of up the grades a little bit. You want to make sure that you definitely go through and watch the videos if you're having problems with anything, and if you really need some remediation, please send me a notification. So one thing I would like to remind you is that the best way to get in touch with me is via the Remind app. Some of you may not be able to do that because maybe there's an issue with downloading apps to your phone or something. So I just posted in the announcements a link that you can use to register for your Remind class, and that link is https://www/remind.com/join/PHYBC. And that is also located in the announcements. So let's talk a little bit about your two assignments that were due on the 12th. One was an introduction forum where you were just kind of introducing yourself. I want to remind you that forums are worth, they are worth 25% of your grade. So you don't want to just not do this. This is an easy way to get a grade. This one was super easy. You just had to introduce yourself and respond to 2 people. Now this one was a little different because we're kind of cramped for time this week, but in general, you will have an initial post that you have to post by a certain time that is before the due date for the module. So you'll have to make your initial post by that date, and then on 2 other days during the week, because we are in a 1-week module, you will need to respond constructively to 2 classmates. And I have giving you the discussion grading rubric. So if you have any questions about how that's going to be graded, please look at the rubric. Most of you guys did a great job. There were only a couple of you that didn't participate at all. Lots of people from different universities, lots of people that are just taking this to get their associate's degree, but a good variety of students. And I didn't send out a response to everybody, but I did read everybody's description of their introduction, and I really appreciate you participating. I'm looking forward to working with you. The other thing that you had to do is you had to do your OpenStax homework. And most of you did that. There was only a couple of you that did not sign up for OpenStax and do that homework. But basically, you just click on this link here, and once you've registered, it'll just take you right to that assignment. So you can always look at the answers to the assignment. You can always look at that to see, what you need. You also have a reading in here too, and the reading has questions to help you practice. So if you actually go through the reading questions, that should help you on your self-checks. The other types of homework you have are worksheets, and those are made by me and graded by me, and that's what you'll have next week. So next week in Module 2, everything is due on the 19th, except for the initial post. The initial post is going to be due on the 16th. So you are going to be introducing yourself to using Pivot for the first time. And Pivot is our lab software. So in order to complete your initial post, the rubric that I use for this discussion says that you're going to earn 100 if you have completed the pivot interaction in Pivot with a 70 or higher. And I grade that myself. And you also have to make your initial post by the due date, which is the 16th, which means that you have to do that pivot interaction by the 16th. And what that is going to be showing you how to use the tools in Pivot to collect data. And I also have a video in the discussion for you to watch that goes over that with you. And I'm also looking to see that your grammar and, everything is appropriate for college. If you make 2 replies to your classmates that are constructive, that either provide an example of a calculation to compare your answer to theirs, you have to include the calculation. You can't just say, hey, yeah, I got 2, too. You can't do that. That doesn't make sense. That's not a very constructive response. Or maybe you could provide a web page or a video resource that could help your classmate. And you have to do that to 2 other people on 2 different days. So notice that if you've posted on 3 separate days indicating that you are participating regularly in this course and not waiting to the last minute, you've done constructive feedback to 2 of your classmates, and you completed your initial post and the initial activity on time, then you will have 100 for that discussion. If you have failed to meet any 2 of the criteria, you will earn a 70. And if you fail to meet any 3 grading sections, then you will make a 40. And if you don't do, if you do less than that, then, or excuse me, if you do failed more than that, then you are going to get a 0. So make sure that you kind of pay attention to this rubric. It's pretty specific and it gives you some flexibility, but you're either going to get 100, a 70, or a 40, or 0. So please make sure that you follow the rubric for your discussions. Other thing that I would like to tell you, if I can figure out where the frick our class went. There it is. Let's go back. Is that you also have your first lab, which will be an intro to graphing motion. And if you go to your Pivot class page and complete lab 1, okay, then you will be able to do very well in here. And I will be posting a video for lab 1 shortly. I just haven't done it yet. I'm doing videos today. So there will be a link in here also that goes over how to do lab 1 to help you with using the Pivot interactive data analysis tools. I want to remind you that on Mondays we have office hours from 9 to 10. So if you want to see me, you can come to my office hours, and the office hours are in the orientation and in the syllabus. It's a Zoom link. So I will show you that in just one second. We come up here to getting started and we go to the course introduction and we go to the correct page. Sorry about that. Communication information. So here's the information about using the Remind applet, and here's the information about how to get into Zoom from 9 to 10 on Mondays. So I'll be sitting at my computer from 9 to 10 on Mondays, ready to talk to you and help you. Otherwise, you can email me and we can plan to meet at a different time via that link. So I hope this answers some of your questions about the class. I'm really looking forward to working with you. I realize this is a kind of a very, very fast-paced class and you may feel very intimidated. I would really like you to please let me know what's going on. I want you to be successful. That's kind of what I'm here for, is to help you be successful. But if you don't tell me what's going on and you don't come to me for help, I cannot help you. Have a great rest of your week.